Gold. Okay, there we go. Okay.
Excellent. I'm actually gonna. So, Quidam and Calliope are walking through the outer city of Baldur's Gate back to Quidam's place after talking with Rhea and Pip in the Elfsong Tavern. We have so many tavern names at this point. Keeping them all straight.
It's true.
It's evening, yes? Early evening, I believe?
I think so. And so we just spent the day like buying magic items, going to this beach.
Mm-hmm.
What else did we do today?
Planned to deceive a bunch of cultists and then successfully did so, I think.
Yeah. 30's hard to beat. Went to the cracked spine.
Yes, went to the cracked spine. All of that.
Yeah.
So we are moving through the streets. The one main street down from Serpent's Gate? No. Basilisk Gate. There we go. Just straight down to my doorstep. Yeah, I think I've been quiet for at least a decent part of the walk. Unless you have been asking me questions or something.
Probably Calliope's like chattering, but like not really asking questions that require more than like a monosyllable. Just going, yeah, what's that over there? Like, they always do that? That's a weird card. Oh, centaur. We don't get many centaurs. Well, we had that one troop come by a number of years ago, but they all kind of like came out here towards the coast.
Oh, really? Was that maybe, 15 years ago?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, they're mostly in Blackgate now. They've settled here.
How are they doing?
I admit I don't really know. That's over on the other side of the city, and I don't tend to go over there often.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Wow. We were sorry to see them go.
Yeah.
They seem to be quite in a rush, want to get out of Dodge. Still don't really know why. But they were running from something awful.
Yeah, I've never really gotten a straight answer as to what was going on, but I have a friend who's a centaur who came in with them. But
well, anyway, let me tell, and then like starts talking more about like, I don't know, public works and be like, yeah, like if you ran a pipe through there, then like that water wouldn't pool. Come on. And elsewhere, let me tell you, it had some problems, but its public sanitation, top notch. Top notch. It's cleanest, brightest city. I think it's because of the sunlight. Like it never really went away, so you could like always just like see everything. It'd get really gross.
That's right. There's the companion that emits light in the middle of the night, right?
I can tell that you've never been there. Like
no, I haven't.
Hard to miss. Hard to miss. I mean,
don't that make it hard
to live there for a while? You can't forget. Like this, like things getting like dark here. I don't like it. I didn't miss it.
I imagine I would have a fair bit of trouble sleeping in El Terrell.
You get used to it. Just put up a thick curtain.
All right. And I will unlock my front door and usher us both inside. And get some tea going, because that's who I am as a person.
Calliope's gonna like sit down at a table, kind of like clear it off, and just like start shuffling cards. Now, think about Three Dragon Ante. You said that you haven't really played. You knew the rules. Well, it's about playing other people more than the cards. It's about reading people. I bet you're gonna be a shark at it. You seem pretty observant. You'll just
well, thank you.
Beat poor old me. I won't stand a chance. We'll see.
We'll see.
And
I'll sit down with you across the table.
And I will deal us a hand.
Okay.
I feel like I want to roll like skill roll or something.
Yeah, I also want to do like something with the dice here. However, things that I learned this morning as I Googled Three Dragon Ante, it's a real game based off of at least 3 or 3.5, maybe 4. So you can actually buy a deck of cards for Three Dragon Ante, and
I've actually played
play
it before with my
you
family.
have?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I don't remember much besides like, there's a deck of cards, there's bluffing.
Cool. So let's see. Am I going to make this up on the spot? You're dealt 3 cards initially, which are represented by 3d6. You roll the dice to see what number's on the card. You're trying to get either 3 of a kind or 3 in a row, with higher numbers being worth more than lower. A pair is worth a couple of points, or some amount of points.
Okay.
Let me grab another d6.
I don't think Calliope's cheating yet.
Okay, well, don't tell me that. It's no d6. Okay. So, we take a look at our cards.
Okay.
I have no idea what I didn't give enough rules to actually play the game. So I guess we draw another card if we want to.
Yeah. But like we have to like bet first, or like just
Yeah. Yes. Betting sounds good. I think I put down I'll pull out a bag of beans and dump those on the table as like our betting chips. So
no. You can't play this game for beans. It's got to be real money. Otherwise, what's the point? It's got to have bite to it.
I thought this was practice. I thought we were.
This is practice for the real thing. We're going to be playing this tomorrow.
All right.
The pressure is part of the game.
Can we get our money back when we're done, though?
If you win, we'll just play for copper. It can be low stakes, but it's important to the game.
I will sweep the beans back into their little bag and pull out my copper, I guess. All right, so I'm going to say 2 copper, just based off of my 3-card hand here.
Yeah, I'll match that. 2 copper, easy.
All right. And then we draw another card.
Okay.
And Claire doesn't play cards, so
yeah. I don't know what's good either.
There's a term for staying in the game but not upping your bet at all.
Check.
Is it check?
I'll check. Yeah.
Sure. In this game, it's check.
No. Yeah. Let's see. One more card.
All right. Last card.
Let it ride. Excellent. I raised 2 copper.
We'll meet bet. This can be hilarious to anyone watching who knows how to play cards.
Okay, show them.
Okay. I show a triple of 1s. And a 4 and a 3.
I show a 1, 2, 3 with 6 high. and an extra 2 in there.
Okay.
Which did we say was better?
I completely forgot that we might be able to achieve a triple, so I didn't mention that at all. But a 1, 2, 3. I think a 1, 2, 3 would be more than a triple. Do you think?
We drew 5, or we rolled 5 things.
Yeah.
And so, like, I think 3 actually might be harder to get than some sequence.
So some sequence.
Yeah, I think a sequence of 3. Okay, how about this? So a pair beats a sequence. But anything with like more pairs or a longer sequence beats the other one. So like a 2 pair would beat a 2 sequence. But a 3 sequence would beat a 2 pair.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
And so I think you win this hand.
I guess so, because I have a triple pair. I have a
triplet.
And then a 3, 4.
Ah, see, I told you, you're a natural.
Well, well, sure, all right. And I will reshuffle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh boy, this is fun.
And deal again. All right. I'm going to put in 4 copper.
You see, I have to bet first since you bet first last time.
Oh, all right.
I know you kind of. I'll put in 2 copper.
All right, and I will put in the 4 again.
Ah, what a surprise!
Raise you 2.
I'll meet that. Let's see.
Okay. Draw first card.
And I'm leading, so I'll check.
I also will check. Last card. I'm realizing that because we don't have a DM, we can't ask to try and cheat.
Yeah, I think like just between us, we'll be like, I'm going to cheat this hand. Then like we'll roll some skill things.
Okay.
Ah, exactly what I needed. I'm going to put in 4 more copper.
So will I. I will.
I hope you're ready to lose that. I'm going to get that back.
All right. And show hands.
I got 4, 5, 6.
Ooh, nice. I have a pair of 5s.
So I win this one.
Yep.
I told you I got what I needed. Wait, I like this game. This rules. I'm having fun.
I'm so glad. I would say that we continue to play. Just like in... We will continue to deal with cards, but earlier you said that you would be willing to get Elturel back by any means necessary. And I was wondering both what means you have at your disposal and what exactly that means to you.
Have you not seen my means? I mean, big dummy, it's not exactly nice.
Yeah, that's quite the intimidating structure you have.
Yeah, it's a state secret, but the state is technically like, not on this plane, so we'll suspend those for now. It's the city. It's the city. There's so many people there. And if they got stuck there because I was afraid to get my hands a little dirty, just be unconscionable. I couldn't live with myself.
No, that makes sense.
What about you then, though? Like you, that thing stuff with the medallion. Like you seem to have like some sort of a moral stick up your butt.
Oh gods, you are not the first to accuse me of that.
Which like is all well and good. I know a lot of stick butt sort of people in the Hell Riders, but I don't know. You actually remind me of them because they also aren't afraid. I mean, I've never seen someone turn someone inside out before. That was a new one. But like ending someone's life is like the worst thing you can do. It takes away their opportunity for growth and for change. And it's just like it's passing judgment. And if that's something that you're willing to do, but you ain't willing to like, I don't know, poke around in somebody's brains a little bit. I don't know. It just seems like a contradiction to me.
I feel that well, for me, there's a difference between accessing something that someone is not volunteering, that is deeply personal when it ain't necessary, than defending yourself against someone who would kill you if they had the chance. Now, with Jameis, I will admit that was different. I recognize that, well, he's made it very clear in the past that he would kill me. He has tried for...
Oh, really? You had history, did you?
Yeah.
It did seem a little bit more like visceral than just like, I don't know, fighting all these like other random individuals in that cult.
Calliope, I am extremely interested in working with you to raise Elturel. And if we're going to be doing that together, I want to be honest with you. Jameis is the first person that I have wanted dead. I have killed before, and I'm not exactly pleased about it. But previously, it was entirely, no, that ain't true. It's been mostly in self-defense against people who were actively trying to kill me. There were two exceptions, I think, and we can talk about them later. But Jameis is the first person where, as soon as I heard his voice, I knew I wanted him dead. And I can talk about the harm that he caused me personally and someone I love and people who were innocent and people who even weren't that innocent. I'm grappling with that, though, of wanting someone dead. And then acting on it.
Man, that sounds hard. I mean, I've wanted lots of folks dead before, but like never to the degree where I'd act on it. Folks I've ended, I don't know, it's just been business. And what's necessary for, one reason or another.
Yeah. I don't like that I'm capable of that. And if you are uncomfortable with that, I understand.
You're
But
like the
it's
least worst monster that I've worked with. You're a treat. You're a dream, Quidam. Don't let anyone tell you differently.
thanks ever so. I suppose what I'm saying is, oh gosh, I got so distracted. Yeah, I am willing to bring harm to certain people if it means that more people are taken care of, are protected. And I'm still working on how and why I make those judgments. And in my mind, poking around in Amric's brain just ain't necessary. And so I don't see why we should put him through that.
Well, I think it's good to always have your options open in case it becomes necessary. It's about power. It's about capability.
Yeah, it is.
It doesn't matter if you think something's necessary if you can't do it.
I see your argument, and there's a part of me that agrees with you, and then there's another part of me that is terrified of having that power. I have shied away from it for a long time now.
If it's not you, it's going to be someone else.
Yeah.
Do you trust the world so much that you would give them the power that you now hold? I mean, relatively.
And certain people, yeah. A few people.
So better take power and give it to yourself and those you trust, those people. That's how we make a better world. That's what I'm doing in El Torel. And that's what I want to do here.
Ain't that what the vampires are doing?
Yeah, exactly. That's my point. But they're wrong about it.
What makes us so certain that we're right, though?
What else are we going to got?
I don't know.
You just got to know yourself.
That's a genuine question I'm asking. How do we know?
Well, you find anchors, right? I got mine. In Eltrell, I might add. It's just one of the reasons I want to go back there. I feel unconnected. I don't have my workshop. I don't have my people. I want to talk these things through, but the people, everyone I know who I'd check in about this with is in Eltrell, so I gotta get them back.
Absolutely. Right now, it's just you and Rhea.
Yeah.
Do you want to get the rest of the Hell Riders out of custody? The ones that have made it here.
I mean, if that were possible, I'm taking on a couple cultists is one thing, but like doing that wide a jailbreak, I'm all for it. If we got somewhere to put them, I don't know if you have that many basements. Temple of God was getting sick of me, just me.
Yeah.
And I am a very good guest. Yeah, I see that smile. Drinks tea.
I mean, weirdly enough, it's not out of the realm of possibility.
Go on.
I mean, that song that we heard in Elf Song Tavern on our way out, she talked about the Hell Riders in the plural going down to hell. And well, we technically do have a plurality.
All right.
A few more might be nice. I don't know where they're being held, but I'm sure we could find out. The guild is powerful, and the guild works with and around the Flaming Fist a fair bit. I'm certain I could find out where they're being held. I might be able to persuade a couple of folks to help, or at least see how possible it would be to get them out. Whether through semi-official channels or not.
Right now, the Flaming Fist is looking at the Cult of the Dead 3 and just keeping the general population in check. I don't want to be drawing their attention. The reason we've been able to move around with such freedom is because they're not looking for me in particular. If we start jailbreaking people, that'll change.
No, it will. And also, I want to point out that the reason we've been able to move back and forth between gates so easily is because of the guild.
Great. I've been meaning to ask what your whole deal. Like, I walk in to that Box of Screw fella's place, and it's all like, these swarthy, burly, crying kiddos. And then there's you, Quidam, bearing you're that mirror of yours.
Yeah.
Do they got something on you? Have you just grown up with them? I mean, no judgment. I work with, like I said, monsters all the time.
Yeah, I have grown up with them. The guild keeps the city running in a way that the patriarchs just don't. Up until the last 20, 30 years or so, they were the only alternative to the Flaming Fist and the specific kind of corruption of the patriarchs. Mind you, they have their own kind of corruption, but they do take care of their own.
That seems inefficient.
Oh, yeah.
Detest inefficiency.
Then in the past 20 or 30 years, the crews have started coming around.
More of them, of course. Just what we needed. More competing interests.
Yeah. I think the crews have done a lot of good for the people of Baldur's Gate. I'm part of the healer's crew. At least for now. Oh gods, I haven't thought about that in a while. In a couple of days, I guess. But the crews are growing in power, but they don't have the oomph that the guild does yet.
Yeah, that's the cycle of things. I'm sure the guild did lots of good things for the people when it first started showing up. These things turn over. That's how history works.
Maybe.
But you didn't answer my question. How do you have the ear of one of these guild leaders? I mean,
we go back a ways.
That's vague. But, I'd give that same answer for a lot of things. So
All right.
if you want to keep your secrets, fine.
I'll keep that one still, I think.
The important thing for me to know about them, though, is do they have something on you? Or are you loyal to them? Are you using them or are they using you?
Oh, gods. Yes.
It seems like you might
I ain't
have
loyal
some of
to
your
the guild.
lines crossed. It's
Well-
important to know where you are in a relationship like that.
I will tell you this much. I care about Box of Screws. I don't particularly care about the guild.
All right. Personal connections. I see.
Yeah. I also care about Manfred. Oh, I won't deny that. But you seem to be in that camp too.
It's just a tall glass of water. Have you seen his arms? They're just so long.
Yes. Yeah, they are.
I'll check.
That poor boy.
And I deal another hand.
Mm-hmm.
Can we play another game really quick? Calliope's going to cheat on this one.
Okay, make a sleight of hand check.
Heck yeah, I will. Against probably perception.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide whether I want to make a perception check or whether I'll just use my passive. I think passive at this point. We're deep enough in conversation that Quidam's only paying so much attention.
16.
Okay, you can cheat.
Triple sixes.
We have to re-roll, right?
Hmm?
Don't you need to re-roll one of your dice as like you're drawing a new card or like exchanging it?
Oh, I was just gonna deal myself whatever hand I wanted.
Oh, okay.
I guess that actually is probably a little bit more realistic for cheating. That's a good cheating rule. Okay, so maybe I should roll and see what my hand is before I decide to cheat.
You've already said it.
Oh shit. Okay, cool.
Go ahead and re-roll one of them if you want to.
I'm actually gonna keep that re-roll for the next roll.
Okay. I'll put in 3 copper.
I'll raise it to 6. I got a pretty good hand here.
All right. I will put in 3 more. Draw another card here.
Cool. I will re-roll one of them. Oh my god, perfect. That's exactly what I needed.
Go ahead and place your next bet if you want to.
Let's see. Let's see what you got, Quidam. Like 2 more copper, just for the pot.
All right.
I've already strung you along this far. I might as well string you along a little bit further.
You might as well. Last card.
Quadruple 4s.
Quadruple
3s.
Oh man, I had quadruple 1s.
Oh. Oh, that's rough. That's rough. You were so ready to beat me, even though I was cheating.
Yes.
My first roll was actually 3 3s, and then my last re-roll ended up on my 4th 3.
Nice. It started with 2 1s and then just yeah. Okay. Cool. So that's all. I'm not keeping track of this copper. Are you?
I have been actually. So that was
great.
6.
You can tell me how much I've lost when we're finished.
So wait, that was 6, and then 2 more, and then 2 more, or 3 more, then 2 more. I think.
I'll let you decide on that one.
Oh yeah. Did you have more questions on your list you wanted to get to in this conversation?
Oh well, I mean, we're having a good one right here. On the subject of the cruise, Pip ain't from Baldur's Gate originally. She's made that clear. In large part because she told Vendetta Cress to spread the word that Quidam and crew had liberated her and gone into the Cult of the Dead 3. That means something here. People will start asking Quidam And what crew? The healer's crew?
The word crew has meaning. I get it. I am also not from here, so I didn't pick up on that until you just said it.
Yeah. Individuals don't have crews, is the thing. Like, no one talks about, people talk about a neighborhood's crew or a group of carpenters having a crew. There ain't leaders by name necessarily. There tend to be people who take on leadership, but it's much more communal than just saying that someone has a crew.
I imagine also would paint a target on you, right?
Oh, sure.
Fighting for survival between the guild and the Flaming Fist.
Yeah, I imagine there would be a fair few people within the crews who would be confused and concerned.
Speaking of Pip, what's your read on that one?
She is having a good time and incredibly stressed. And I think those two things are one and the same for her. She's balancing a lot of plates. And I can tell that she's good at balancing a lot of plates, but something's going to fall here sooner or later.
Yeah, that's the sense I get. And like, that's probably why she's not from Baldur's Gate. I bet she moves around a lot.
I bet so. She's clearly been here at least a good portion of a year, possibly several.
Yeah, she knew that Dragonborn fella.
Yeah, I get the impression she makes contacts easily and friends rarely.
Yeah. Well, I think I've been considering her a mercenary. Got some of those that we got to work with sometime, a contractor. She's just a better time than most of them.
I don't know. Either she's got, well, I mean, she obviously has things she's not telling us, and that's all right. But I imagine that she will be stepping out of the picture once we're done with the Vanthampers. Unless she's got something else.
Does seem to have some kind of angle with them.
Yeah.
Which is, awful convenient for me.
It is. I'm thinking about who we might be able to accompany us if we end up going down there.
See, that's the thing. You keep talking about going down to the Isles, and then I say, why are we going down there? And then you seem to be taking that as a foregone conclusion.
Well, I think for me it is. I don't know about everyone else. I'm a cleric, right?
Uh-huh. Isn't your whole deal like staying out of there and keeping other people also out of there? set us on the path of like righteous living?
Oh God, no. No, I don't know much about the Hells. I'll be totally honest with that. And the whole magical powers from a god thing is new, relatively. I suppose it's been not quite a year at this point. But
I wish I was able to do everything you did. Just wake up one day, start getting all. I had to work.
Yeah.
It's these days. You don't know the value of it. No wonder you're so conflicted and stuff. This is all new. You ain't used to having this much kind of power.
No, I ain't.
That makes so much sense. That brings things into perspective. Okay, kiddo. You're doing great. It's perfectly normal to be asking all sorts of these questions.
Point of order. I ate a child.
Yeah,
How old are you?
that's a great question. I think I'm, like we said, like 70s equivalent for humans, but
Okay.
air genasi. I don't know how long air genasi live.
Okay. So
It
anywhere.
ain't the year, it's the mileage.
Sorry, sir.
It ain't the year, it's the mileage.
It's the mileage. Well, I have not traveled terribly far, but I walk a lot.
No, metaphorically.
I know. No. Well, I'm 47, so I have.
Yeah, you're a kiddo. You're like half my age.
All right.
Year
fine.
and mileage.
Fine. Anyway. Where was I going with this? Oh, yeah. I have been having dreams of the hills and of me going there. Yeah. And I think I'm supposed to do something down there. I don't.
That's pretty normal to be dreaming about what you're fearing. Doesn't mean anything. Just
These are different.
junk.
These are different. These are.
It's a vision then.
I don't know. Is it a vision if you're asleep?
And you're saying you're seeing things and it's not coming from your own brain.
That's certainly what it feels like. And I've had them before. And sometimes I see things. Sometimes I see things in the waking world too.
When you had them before, did the things you actually saw happen?
To a certain extent.
What's that mean?
I mean,
How literal were they?
somewhat. I was drawn to a place that I did not recognize being from my dreams until I was there. I was able to take care of some folk. I was given information, memories almost of what happened in that place, despite the fact that there were no one who experienced that specific thing was still alive.
Well, maybe we'll end up there, maybe we won't. But I ain't planning on going there. I ain't gonna angle myself. If your vision happens, that's great. But like, it's either gonna be self-fulfilling if you like try to pursue it. But if it's a real vision, then even if you don't pursue it, it'll happen. So might as well do what makes sense to you. Use your brain.
Yeah. I recognize that it very well may be a self-fulfilling prophecy, as it were. But well, it certainly would be a massive transition, wouldn't it? And this particular god is fond of those. Well, watches over them.
The subject of massive transitions is not something I'm super keen on right now, you might say. Big sudden changes. I don't like that.
Don't need to be sudden necessarily. But I worshipped him originally as a god of birth, which he is. But Sehanin also walks lines, finds boundaries and blurs them to a certain extent. Allows for the transition between different states. Birth and death ain't opposites for him. They're simply stepping across the same threshold.
It seems awful philosophical.
It is.
See, the thing I like about Gaunt, my friend up there, is that I don't know. It's so much more literal. He's not being I don't know, vague and saying like, oh, make peace with like what you got. He's saying, okay, you see the world around you. What can you make better? How can you make people's lives better?
I like that.
And you use your brain abilities and improve yourself and improve the world around you. That's something I can trust. That's something I know where I stand.
That makes sense. I appreciate the clarity of that.
I mean, either if it's not clear, you can help make it clear.
I think there's also something to be said for obscurity, for sitting in that space, uncertainty and twilight. I think if you can become comfortable with shifts and changes and uncertainty, life becomes a lot more bearable.
My relationship with uncertainty is that it's an opponent. It has its fog on this massive plane, and it's up to us to bring torches into that fog and burn it off and collapse that uncertainty. That's what figuring things out is. There is this uncertainty, and you might say I have a certain love for it, and like I love a good fruit. I see it, and I know I'm going to consume it, and it'll become part of me, and I'll know what it tastes like. And then it's gone, and I can move on to the next one. There's always more uncertainty. We don't have to savor and preserve each one.
Go for it.
Yeah, I am.
I like you.
You're all right too. Especially now that I have most of your pocket change.
Yeah, you do.
Nice. Isn't that a lot better than like beans? I'm telling you, there's an outcome. You can't just be pushing sand around. It's the destination that matters, not the journey.
Oh, I disagree entirely, but that's all right.
It's the ends that matter, not the means.
No, the means there's no end, Calliope. Nothing ever ends.
Yeah. A piece of fruit ends. You eat it and it's gone. Okay, fine, it's transformed.
It's transformed in your body. And then it comes out again to fertilize the earth.
But the fruit is ended.
I can see how you might think that. Certainly it is easier to move through, quicker to move through the world if you believe that. I think it is transformed, ultimately. And you don't have to agree with me.
That I can agree with. Well, like I said, I've transformed most of your wallet from full to empty. So I'll go get a couple of pastries. I'm getting a little bit hungry.
All right.
Well,
I'm
I
gonna
guess
stay here.
it's near nighttime. What would be open at? What's open at night?
Oh, you could find a bakery that's still open, probably. There's one just a couple blocks, and I'll give you directions to the nearest bakery here in North Chapel.
Nice. I'll take your money and go totter off.
Okay. Yes.
That was so
Okay.
fun.
That was good.
We spent like an hour talking. We never
Yeah.
get to do that.
No, we don't. Oh man, I need to get alone and do this. Oh, thank you.
That was such
Mark.
an impressive thing where you just like came up with a Three Dragon Ante game that we could just play. That was so cool, Claire.
Thanks. I have watched other real play games play cards with dice, and so I just improvised off of that. But thank you.
I loved it.
So now we have rules for Three Dragon Ante for our world.
We'll let Nathan know.
Yeah.
I meant to talk more about what I love about El Terrell.
Oh man.
But we can get to that
next time. So if you have been watching this, congratulations. This is our first ever YouTube special because this is not being streamed and therefore it's not going to be on Twitch. We'll see if we do more like this. I cannot guarantee anything in either direction, but yeah, I believe this is the point where I say like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe if you want. If you don't want to, don't. And we'll see you on a Monday. Bye.